Wait a minute. When did you realize this? Episode 200?
No, just like a couple episodes ago, somebody pointed it out.
Well, sometimes it feels a little uninspired.
That's why I say this effort is going to come by sometime, but not until I get back home.
Oh, okay. So this is a special best of show of the No Agenda podcast.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's another one of the Ramsey Kane.
Yes. If you've never heard a Ramsey Kane best of show, then you really have not lived.
And he's doing it with Sir Fettig, I think, as far as I know.
Oh, it's a joint, as they say in the hip hop business.
It's a joint, JB.
It's a joint, man. That's cool.
Joint.
Very nice. So now you talked to him? Because he last time he did one was quite a while ago, a couple of years ago, I think.
Yes, it's been a long time, and so I talked him into doing a couple. And he said, yeah, he'll do it. And so he's put this one together, which looks like a winner. And we'll cut right to it, and then we'll get back about halfway through to discuss it.
All right, everybody. Brought to you by Sir Ramsey Kane, also known from NoAgendaCD.com, the best of 985.
These clips are pretty evergreen. Let me see if there's one thing here. The great lead-in. Oh, play the great lead-in for anything. We can use this as a lead-in for anything.
If you're one of over 50 million adults who suffer from a sore mouth,
then you're in the right place. The best podcast in the universe. A sore mouth. Okay, thank you. That was well worth it. Okay. I just have a couple of things on the war on ammo. So Aaron Burnett, as we say here in Texas, because everything is Burnett Road, she did the most horrible thing. Now, we know that as a part of this whole gun conversation, which, by the way, I want to point out that we have military doing exercises over our cities. We're going to have the Sandy Hook children will be singing at the Super Bowl. Apparently, it's like, oh, we can't have guns. Guns are bad. But of course, the Super Bowl will start with jets flying overhead and military marching bands. It's like, guns are great in America as long as you don't have them. All right? So just the insanity of this. And, of course, we are looking at insanity literally from a perspective of, are people drugged? And now everyone's coming out and saying, well, there's a high correlation between these mass shootings and these guys have been on drugs, except they never actually report that. They only say it after the fact a little bit. It's never like, he was on drugs. Never, ever is that in the report. But the high correlation between video games, not the media. It's not television and movies, because, no, we give them a tax break. We love them because they help get our politicians elected and stay in office. So we will stay away from the media, but we will tackle video games. So Aaron Burnett has a constitutional law professor from Harvard, and she is going to state the fact that video games turn men into violent mass shooters. Fact. And he's going to debunk it, and she's going to just steamroll over him, particularly when he goes off script. You'll like it.
Far he's declined. There's the saying that guns don't kill people, video games do.
Do you know this saying, John?
I've never heard this saying, this old saying.
This old saying that comes from the Wild West. Guns don't kill people, video games kill people. Oh, but wait, there's more.
Senator Grassley implies they make kids more violent. Does it add up? William Pollack is a psychologist and author of Real Boys, Rescuing Our Sons from the Myths of Boyhood. Sir, I really appreciate your taking the time. Let me just ask you the point-blank question. It is a lot of people out there now. This is accepted as a fact that all these violent games, and by the way, they are horrifically violent.
It's accepted as a fact. It's accepted as a fact. Do you hear what she's saying?
Yeah, she says it's accepted as a fact when in fact it's not accepted as a fact, just the opposite.
Is why we are seeing this seemingly explosion in mass shootings. True?
No, not true. I agree with the senator. We should put some controls on those violent video games, but they don't cause the shootings anything more than one item does.
So this is where already Aaron's like, who invited this guy? It's a fact. It's a fact.
And that man did say that he trained on a video game.
Oh, I have no doubt about it. I agree with Senator Grassley. We need controls over violence in our media and in our...
Ooh, oh no, he didn't. He didn't say violence in our media, did he? Oh, Aaron, get to work, girl.
video games, especially for younger children. But that alone isn't the answer.
Isn't causing
those
violence.
controls.
Yeah. But what about, let me just ask you another question about Grand Theft Auto. I mean,
So let's go right over the media thing. Let's go right back to video games. Grand Theft Auto.
there's probably some viewers out there play
Yes.
this all the time. All right, this turns,
Yes.
when you kill people, you win points, right? For example, you kill a prostitute, and that's a big thing. You get to win points. I mean,
Right.
you know, I find that offensive and disgusting, but...
Hold on, Aaron.
As a prostitute, I find that offensive.
Exactly. As a prostitute, I find that very offensive. You don't kill hookers. I find that offensive. That would be like me.
Does that mean that those people who play that game are more likely to kill people?
No, it's heinous. It's more than...
So he's saying no. Now she's going to have to discredit this guy, law professor.
disgusting. It's heinous, and it's possible that boys who watch that for a long period of time might stand back when fighting occurs and not protect someone or engage in domestic violence. But there's no
Evidence
proof
of that either.
they're going to go out, get a gun, and shoot someone. Absolutely no proof at all.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate your taking the time and you know, giving some provocative answers there.
Provocative answers. Provocative answers.
Still to come, new developments.
Hashtag call out.
Provocative answers. You know, yes, controversial and provocative answers. So this is what it's going to be. Fact: guns don't kill people. Video games kill people. Fact: when you kill hookers in Grand Theft Auto, you want to kill people for points in real life. Fact.
Oh, she's an idiot.
Oh,
You're a
yeah.
douchebag.
She was, oh, yeah, absolutely. She's not just, she's a CFR member. She's in that drinking. In case you missed this,
song
John.
makes me feel like she's with me and she's beside me, singing along with me. Somewhere over the rainbow. Way up.
Are you familiar with this song, John, or this particular
Over the
version?
Rainbow?
Yeah, this is the children of Sandy Hook, who have been appearing on shows here and there, performing the song "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," originally performed, of course, by Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz. Now, if you were to Google MK Ultra and "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," you will get 1 million YouTube hits. This is the song that is meant to trigger MK Ultra mind-controlled subjects. So that is very interesting. And this is, you know, I'm not making this up. This has been a topic of discussion for 20 years, maybe even longer. And now these children, the survivors of Sandy Hook or whatever they're called, are actually singing this song. What's even crazier, though, is that Judy Garland, did you know that she had a record company?
No, I didn't know that she did.
She had a record company, and she released songs for Annie Go Get Your Gun. The name of her record company? Sandy Hook Records.
Jeez.
Huh? They like
That's
to
a good one.
They like to throw it in your face, my brother. I'm just saying. They like to throw it in your face.
Records.
So I guess this is as good a moment as any for the PPOD.
Okay, everybody, it's time.
John C. Dvorak's pet peeve of the day.
Okay, here's the deal. This actually got to me a couple of weeks ago, and then I heard this ad.
With Ragu, you can give your kids veggies they'll actually eat. Ragu has more than a full serving of veggies in every half cup. So give them a good start with all natural Ragu. Feed our kids well.
Veggies? When did veggies become like a mainstream term? Oh, veggies. What is it? These people 6 years old? You know, I start seeing this word veggies cropping up, and you hear all the vegans all say, oh, veggies, veggies. Oh, I've got my veggies. And I saw, what really got to me was on Yelp. They used to, you see these, oh, the veggies are really good. What veggies? What's veggies? I don't get what veggies is. It's like somebody saying, what do you like to eat? I like to eat meat.
It doesn't mean anything. But the term veggies is so kind of like third grade that it just galls me and it just irks me to hear grown women say veggies. And then when I heard this commercial, it just took me over the top. And by the way, also when you do a Yelp post, there's a little, I think you can say a little more than the word yum to describe the meal.
Is that it?
Yeah.
John C. Dvorak's pet peeve of the day.
It's a part of the dumbing down of the masses, John. It's so incredibly clear.
I got a couple clips. We're getting to the end here.
Yeah, we are. Well,
I do have a new segment of the show I'd like to do.
Oh. Okay.
Just kind of maybe replace the Ask Adam bit, which failed.
Well, it failed because you never had a good question.
Yeah, well, that could be it. I got another one, though.
Mm-hmm.
I got, for Adam, another... It's like Adam, but it's called Guess the Movie.
Okay. Oh, I like
this. You have to guess the movie.
I'm really bad at this. I don't know any movies.
This is why I dreamed this up, because you were bragging about all these movies you get to see.
That's not true. I
get to see all the screeners. Oh, I can't send you the screeners. You're a peon. You can't see the screeners.
No, I didn't say I could. I would send you the screeners. Mickey's afraid she'll get busted for, like, the SAG thing. They'll kick her out of the union or whatever.
It's a slave.
Yeah.
So,
hey, she's a good-looking one.
Well, a lot of them were.
All right, guess the movie.
Guess the movie. Come on, guess.
Is this a current movie, or do I get any help?
No, it's going to be movies, semi-historic movies. They're not going to be like a movie that just came out because you probably wouldn't see it yet.
Okay, so this is
There's enough information in here for you to guess the movie.
All right. Hold on a second. It is time for Adam to guess the movie.
My colleagues in Argentina and Ontario have almost identical data. It's so hot here, we've had to seal off the mine.
You double-check the numbers?
I triple-checked, my friend. I wish we were wrong, but we're not. The Earth's crust is destabilizing.
It's too early.
Adrian, you have to begin the evacuation.
My God.
All our scientific advance. Our fancy machines, the Mayans saw this coming thousands of years ago.
Oh, wow. Well, there was some Indian dude in there, which was very...
you can't guess. 2012. The movie 2012.
That was exactly what I was going to say.
How soon they forget. The movie 2012 came out when the world was supposed to end a couple months ago, and now we've completely forgotten about it. The people who did that stupid movie weren't being ridiculed. The idiots that had all these conventions in San Francisco, believe me, we went past one of them once. I snuck in to just hang out with the people. The 2012 is going to end the world group. Maniacs.
You know what's funny? The chat room was being helpful by suggestions such as Caddyshack 2.
Well, at least they're good for a laugh.
Wow. Well, I like the segment. In future, I would like you to give me a time, a little bit of time to...
I'll set up a...
No, you don't... Yeah, do you have a metronome? That's kind of cool.
This is interesting. So Miguel listens to the show on higher speed, on times 1.39.
Yeah.
And then sometimes when I'm listening to you guys on the stream, the normal stream,
nice. I guess
both asleep. It's quite funny.
One living witness
from
ran
time
out
to
of
time,
oxygen.
Someone will make a YouTube clip, and it'll be of our show sped up. Let me just say something.
Okay,
this is not good for your brain. This is not a good idea. If you need to speed up our show to listen to it, you have problems much deeper than we can solve. I don't understand. John, what is this? What is this? I have no time to listen to the podcast. I have to listen really fast. I have to listen really fast. I have to really fast. I have to really fast. I have to really fast. Why?
You actually do that very well.
But it's... Yeah, but I don't understand what is the point. Is to save 10 minutes?
I don't know.
I have to go really fast. The podcast is really fast. Oh, this is hard. Very fun.
I think you miss too much nuance if you do that.
I think you miss all the nuance. And, in fact, everyone is now banned from doing that.
Well, I don't think Miguel's going to listen to you.
Probably.
Besides that, he's a 69 on his way to knighthood.
Over and over again. Some people don't know, and here's a little clip of the mega Obama bot Barbara Boxer. Boxer? Is it Boxer? Boxer?
Yeah, Boxer.
Boxer.
I like Boxster better, but
I think, well, from now on, she's Barbara Boxter.
She's the one, as you recall, that used to try to pick up the air pollution inspectors.
Oh, do tell the story again, John.
You really want me to tell it again?
Yes, because yes.
We had two people, a member of the board, the regional air pollution board. One of them was Boxer and one was Feinstein, and I have these two anecdotes about both of them. But the Boxer one was the most interesting because after one of the meetings, she would always try to solicit one of the air pollution inspectors. We all had cars.
And you were an air inspection...
I was. I'm an expert on air pollution, believe it or not.
Yeah, I believe it.
So we had these cars, and she would find some, okay, can I get a ride home? And all the guys would bitch about this because she'd make a pass at everybody, trying to get him in the sack.
Now, she's not, certainly back in the day, I think she's doable.
Well... She still wears kind of whorish makeup.
Yeah, but that's what's so great about it.
Yes, but imagine this being 25 or longer years ago, a long time ago. She would look pretty good.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And
I think she probably was. But it was very annoying. Nobody wanted to take her, drive her. It was like everyone scatter. She came out at these meetings.
She looks kind of like a news anchor. You know, she's sexy. How's her body? Was it okay back then?
I don't know. I never fucked her.
Oh, John! Jesus.
Whatever the case, it would be the funniest thing to watch everyone scatter, jump in their cars and drive off as fast as they could.
Hey, man, I got to pick up the kids.
Soon, everyone took off.
And it looks like she had dark hair back in the day.
She still does.
No. She's like blondish, darkish blonde. Anyway, so
black hair.
All right, so she is a super duper Obama bot, and here's her contribution.
Oh, yeah, she's dumb, by the way. That's a real problem.
Wait a minute. How about Feinstein? Was she whorish too?
No, not at all.
No, okay.
But she was just the opposite. She was very prudish, and she was. But she was also. I would say she was even dumber.
Well, listen, you can't fix stupid. We all know that. That's what we say here in Texas. Okay.
I have a thing to start off the second half with.
Okay.
So I'm digging through I have a pile of, not that's a collection, but I have a pile of hard disks from various machines I once owned. I always take and discard the machine in some way to an electronic, so I always pull the hard disks out with some intention someday in the future, taking a big giant drill and drilling a hole in each one so you can't.
Hold on, is this some kind of tech news?
No. It's not. What, you want it to be tech news?
I don't know. I'm just asking if it's tech news.
No, it's not really.
Okay, then.
This was in the process of doing this. I have a couple of these disc readers. They can hook up as now they're USB 3 versions of them. You just slam the disc into this device, the disc drive, and then it hooks it up. It pretends to be a USB drive, and so you can go through old stuff. I don't know why I'd want to do this, but I'm looking for stuff I lost. And so I found this old clip from, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. Talk about stuff that gets forgotten. And I'm going to probably do one of these clips every show from now on.
I don't even know if that's proper English. It gets forgotten.
It gets forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not. But let's play it so we can just remind ourselves that a lot of these news stories, they cycle away, we forget about them, and it's something that we need to be reminded that this actually happened. And this one is Al Gore, sex molester.
The sexed up poodle.
My exclusive interview with Bachelor Jake's coming up, but right now, another Al Gore scandal. First, it was the cheating rumors, and now accusations of sexual assault. Jerry's got the police report and what Al's saying today.
The breakup, forced to deny cheating claims, and now Al Gore's bad month just got worse. The shocking allegation today, Gore, the target of a sex charge investigation. Extra with a 73-page police report listing Gore as the suspect. The allegation, unwanted sexual contact. The woman leveling the stunning claims, a 54-year-old massage therapist who says it all went down during and after she gave him a massage in this posh Portland hotel. She says it was 2006, one day before Gore appeared at this fundraiser, just a few months after the premiere of Gore's documentary, An Inconvenient Truth.
I am Al Gore. I used to be the next president of the United States.
Gore attorneys have denied the story, calling it completely false. Now Extra launching our own investigation. Extra! Exhibit A. The case is already closed. Police shutting the book on this one back in 2007, saying there was insufficient evidence.
Police said they would have investigated. She never filed charges.
Exhibit B. The National Enquirer says the woman only went back to police last month after she failed to sell her story for $1 million. But the most important exhibit could be DNA evidence. One report says the woman has the pants she wore on the alleged day locked away in a safety deposit box. The question now, what should Al Gore do next?
Until Al Gore comes out and talks about this in some capacity, these rumors are just going to kind of percolate and stay around.
Today, a spokesman tells Extra the Gores have no comment on the report.
Do whatever you're gonna do. I'm not scum like you. You go to your daddy Satan anytime you want. I'll never join you. You understand that, filth?
Well, since you're doing that, then why don't we...
By the way,
what?
Just as a capper, this did not percolate and just hang around. Something got bought off.
Nothing happened. But I'm going to do some real news here since you brought it up.
And now, back to real news.
Initial reports of the fatal accident along PCH had Bruce Jenner at the tail end of a chain reaction crash where a Lexus rear-ended a Prius and then Jenner's Escalade pushed the Lexus into oncoming traffic. 69-year-old Kim Howe was killed when a Hummer hit her car. But AP sources now say video shows Jenner's SUV hit both cars and the Lexus never did hit the Prius to begin with. A version reflected in a new animated video created even before the AP source came forward.
Now, this is very annoying because I'm pretty sure that this happened so close to the Diane Sawyer interview. And now, of course, we're about to launch the reality show. I think it airs the end of this month, or docudrama, or whatever it is.
Well, we better look at the timeline on this, because my understanding, because I've talked, or people have talked to me about this, and they claim, people that are a little out there, that this happened before any of his decisions or anything else to become a woman.
But you know that the deal was already set. No, this happened. They'd been negotiating with the ESPYs, which is ESPN, owned by ABC. They negotiated all of this months ahead of time. So I'm pretty sure what happened is this went down. We can't have this guy being in jail because we have an interview with him. We had everything's planned. We got the whole deal
set up.
It's all set up. So they had to kill it. And now they have video. You see the video. It's very obvious what happened.
Where'd they get the video?
MT. Did you listen to the report?
Yeah, I thought they said they recreated it.
No, they have the video. They don't own it. I didn't have a good clip, but I've seen the video, and it's from an MTA bus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, the buses are all equipped with cameras. In San Francisco, this to me is annoying.
Oh, yeah.
The buses are all equipped with cameras so they can have the license plates of people who happen to be in the bus lanes, so they can give them a ticket by mail to make more money.
That's right. It's all going to end with the Google auto driving car. It's all going to end, people. By the way, we now have the By Curious section, which includes the custom kilts and utility kilts. It's in the show notes. I'm going to get me a kilt.
Yeah.
I think it's a good look.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great look. I like the camo kilt is the one I'm going for.
Oh, yeah.
So, amidst all of this kind of crazy stuff that's been happening here in the United States, there was another one of these big fireballs in the sky. I think, let me see where this one was.
Potentially all your resources.
Right.
Now entering second half of show.
It was over Madrid, Spain.
Now entering second half of show.
A brilliant ball of flames streaked across the sky above the Spanish capital of Madrid, dazzling stargazers and astronomers alike. What could it be? Well, I've done a little bit of research because I thought it was time to spruce up our second half of the show. And I stumbled across an interesting article from the Navy. Navy.mil, in fact, is where this comes from. And
Navy.milf?
Navy.milf, exactly. NRL, which stands for a Naval Research Laboratory, scientists
produce densest artificial ionospheric plasma clouds using HARP. I'm like, huh. So they created so essentially they're creating plasma blobs in the sky as part of the, I'll read from the press release. This is from end of February from this year, this press release. These glow discharges in the upper atmosphere were generated as a part of the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency-sponsored Basic Research on Ionospheric Characteristics and Effect, also known as Brioche. Oh, those guys are so funny with their code names, aren't they? Look, it's a piece of bread in the sky. Brioche. The Brioche campaign to explore ionospheric phenomena and its impact on communications and space weather. You know my theory on how essentially there's a space war going on all the time, and that we're just kind of oblivious to it?
Yeah, we haven't heard that for a while.
Yeah, but when I see this, here, using the 3.6 megawatt high-frequency HARP transmitter, the plasma clouds, or balls of plasma, are being studied for use as artificial mirrors at altitudes 50 kilometers below the natural ionosphere and are to be used for reflection of HF radar and communication signals. Now, this is bullcrap.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they've been saying since day one that the whole HARP thing is about communications.
That, say what you will about the HARP thing, but using plasma as mirrors, are you kidding me? We have 100,000 satellites in orbit. They all have mirrors. You don't need plasma to act. In fact, plasma is a very bad mirror. This is total bullcrap. What is plasma used for? Weaponry. And now that I'm thinking about that Russian thing, maybe it was just a ball of plasma that tipped over. And we keep seeing these things. We did was one over. I mean, these can't all be meteorites. I think this plasma thing needs to be researched. And I know that just by saying this, people are going to start sending me information. But this plasma, like, oh, we're using it to bounce radio transmissions? No. I know enough that plasma is not what I want to be sending my radio transmission into. At all. And
well, I mean, it's an interesting point. By the way, if we want people to send us stuff, which you just solicited,
yeah,
I need to mention that Thorin, our artist, needs to send us a big version of the artwork for bag 33, because that's going to be the design we're going to use on our bags.
Oh, wow. Great. Like it.
But so tell him to get a hold of me. Send me a note at john@dvorak.org. Because I don't have Thorin's address. Nobody ever, of course, none of these artists, they're all holed up somewhere. They never talk to us.
No. Did you know that asteroids or incoming space rocks are classified?
What do you mean they're classified? Yeah, there's a big one. This is a B.
No.
This is a bigger one. This is C.
No. As in, it's military policy observations of. So if the Navy observes a space rock, an asteroid, meteorite, advertising, call it what you want, that information is classified, not public.
Why?
Thank you. Good question. But apparently it's been that way for 10 or 15 years.
They're classifying everything. Guy takes a poop.
That's classified turd material right there, son.
We did it. We
So,
did the
I'm just saying, you take that
totally
along
new
with this
character
plasma
that started
thing.
out with nothing.
Do you know how many satellites? Amateur radio guys launching satellites all the time. Hey, Elon, can you throw one of our satellites out? Do you know how many satellites are up there? It's got to be an unbelievable amount. We should look at it. There must be. Seriously, there must be thousands and maybe 10,000 satellites, maybe even more. Who the hell knows?
And they're at all distances. It's weird.
Yeah.
The geosynchronous ones, they must be like lined up, bumped up against each other.
Yeah. Well, from time to time, they knock each other out. We've seen this. We've seen this happen. There's space wars going on, people, and these plasma events. That it's like, oh well, must have been a meteorite. Oh, must have been an asteroid. Oh well, we don't know what it is. No one cares anymore. Oh, just another flashing thing through the sky. Oh well, I guess it's something.
So where was all these attacks from Kim Jong-un?
Yeah, he ain't got no plasma. You can't shoot no plasma. All right. So
one of these babes in this band KSM, she's really amazingly hot. She's going to be big.
Let me see this KSM.
She's going to be big. She's going to be bigger than Miley Cyrus or Britney Spears if she plays her cards right.
Let me see this KSM. I'll tell you what I think of this. I think these girls have already come and gone. I don't think. Oh, they play instruments.
This one girl's got to make a move on her long-term career if she wants to get anywhere.
Which one? The one with the spiky hair? Which one?
I don't know which picture. No, not the one with the spiky hair. She's a brunette.
They're all
got
brunettes.
kind of bushy eyebrows. And she's really pretty.
Oh, right. She's in the middle.
Well, it depends on the picture. I'm looking at like 40 pictures. She's over here. She's over there. There's a straight shot of her.
I think they'll all be.
If you just type in KSM and hit images, she's in the third row in the middle.
I don't know why you even got me to look. That's pretty sad. Actually.
It is. You're just pathetic. And then there's some army guy in the middle of these images. It's funny.
What are you thankful for? That's like Thanksgiving. Do you ever do that where you go around the table and everyone has to say what they're thankful for? No.
God, no.
That's my family. That's what my family does. No, let's all hold hands and share a secret. Yeah, every single Thanksgiving. That's what my family.
Secret.
That's what they do. That's what they do. It's like we all say what we're thankful for. Come on, that's nice. That's the American way, John.
Sounds like the Dutch way.
No, dude, I have no Dutch family.
I'm sure that there are some families that sit around doing that bit, even though Thanksgiving is like a fake holiday, was actually created long after its invention, which is actually, it came and went in the 1800s, finally made into like a permanent holiday by Abraham Lincoln, and it had to do with being thankful for the end of the Civil War and the soldiers that had fought, and that's what it was about. It wasn't about pilgrims and Indians and turkeys and corn.
Really?
Yeah, really. And so then you find it somewhere morphed into this bogus holiday about pilgrims and Indians and corn. And then you can find references to these little potlucks that they apparently had back when, that people that try to sell on the holiday. Oh, no, it's about that. It's not about technically Thanksgiving, which was put into play by Abraham Lincoln, and it had to do with thanking us for the end of the war and the soldiers who sacrificed themselves. It had nothing to do with pilgrims and Indians, and meanwhile the kids in school are propagandized about this fake holiday. It's unbelievable to me.
Well, hold on a second.
It's a pet peeve.
Hold on. Well, wait a minute. You caught me off guard there. Here we go. According to Wikipedia, which of course is the Bible, Thanksgiving Day is a harvest festival. Traditionally, it is time to give thanks for the harvest and express gratitude in general. It is a holiday celebrated primarily in Canada and the United States. While perhaps religious in origin, Thanksgiving is now primarily identified as a secular holiday. How come Wikipedia disagrees with you, John?
Lies. They don't do a little history. Have a historian go in there and fix that piece of crap.
Well, maybe you should go in and fix that piece of crap.
I don't have you. I just did.
Though the earliest attested Thanksgiving celebration was on September 8th, 1565 in what is now St. Augustine, Florida, the traditional first Thanksgiving is venerated as having occurred at the site of Plymouth Plantation in 1621.
Yeah, right.
So you're saying that this was Abraham Lincoln, huh?
Yep.
That's fascinating.
There's a very good history. Actually, I think if you go to Dvorak.org/blog, I think we have the outline of the history of Thanksgiving. I'll go dig it up and repost it. I usually post it every year in November. My kids are aware of it, and they argue with their teachers in school. Of course, now which gets them into nothing but trouble.
Yeah. I hear
because heaven forbid that any real facts emerge from the educational environment.
October 3rd, 18. Yeah, here it is.
It's
October.
Well documented.
Here it is.
It's well documented.
Yes. October 3rd, 1863. President Abraham Lincoln says a proclamation. This is here it is. The proclamation which set the precedent for America's National Day of Thanksgiving. During his administration, President Lincoln issued many orders like this. And here's the whole proclamation for this day of Thanksgiving. So it's actually October 3rd. What are we doing third
Thursday in November. What the hell is
When
it?
you follow the history of it, it kind of bounces around a lot, and then somebody set it in stone, and I forgot who that
how can
was.
I believe anything I'm taught in school now? This is a jip.
Jip.
John C. Dvorak's pet peeve of the day.
Well, now I'm not going to celebrate anymore because I'm not thankful.
Yeah, well, there you have it.
With this
Now that
jip.
corn, that's why I'm sorry. I get set up this cornball idea that I'm going to sit around the table with a bunch of relatives I probably don't like and tell them what I'm thankful for. They can go look it up.
Wait, I have to play it again. That's so good, John.
John C. Dvorak's pet peeve of the day.
I'm going to do that this Thanksgiving when we're all around the table, and we're going to say what we're thankful for. I'm going to say I'm very thankful for President Abraham Lincoln, who on October 3rd, 1863, proclaimed the following. And I'm just going to go through this whole thing. And I say, and by the way, you were gypped. You were just gypped. This has nothing to do with pilgrims and Indians and corn and turkeys. How'd the turkeys get in there, by the way?
You were scammed. How do you think they got in there? Some poultry guy dreamed that one up. You know, he says, what are we going to do with these damn birds? These things are like huge. They're impossible. Nobody wants to eat them every day. Well, I got an idea.
Hey, let's add them onto that Thanksgiving Day. I like
We're
it.
talking about turkeys. I might as well.
This is a new segment I want to see. Maybe you won't like it. I try these new segments all the time, trying to keep the show
Fresh.
a living show.
Fresh.
I always try to keep the show a fresh living show. And this one is going to be, this new segment is called Guess the Movie, and you have to guess the movie, because I know you're a great movie buff.
Okay. Seymour Butts, 39.
No, you got to guess it after the clip.
I'm sorry. Guess. All right, guess the movie. And now, I see the clip is 40 seconds. Now, are you going to give me any frame of reference?
No.
Okay. Everyone.
It's such a classic clip that you'll guess it immediately.
Everyone be quiet. I have to concentrate now. Top Gun.
Just play the clip, then guess.
Wait. This is much better. Akiro's own magic mixture. Let me help you.
What do you think you're doing?
Covering your wound.
My wound is lower.
We don't want an infection to spread.
I'll spread your head open.
This is what the world has come to. You try to help somebody, and what do you get instead of thanks? Threats.
Okay.
This is a dumb segment. Because I have...
You're going to guess or not?
I have no idea. I have no...
Conan the Destroyer, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. Right. Thought you were more of a movie buff.
Not at all.
Oh, what did I think that?
I don't know. I don't know anything about movies.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll can the segment.
Well, let me...
I got the clip on the porno teacher.
Well, no, why don't we do something interesting for a minute here?
Oh.
You're out of control with your clips. You like I don't have anything? Like I showed up to the party with no marshmallows?
No. Go.
Now,
This better be good. So I got one clip. Dr. Oz, hit it.
Dr. Oz, let's take a little clip to show you how awkward it got. One moment. Daphne, you can't answer this question. Best after sex food. Getting lots of insights here. It's wonderful. What about for you?
Oh, please.
I like soaked nuts.
Wait a minute. Did Dr. Oz really say that?
Yeah.
He said, I like soaked nuts?
After sex.
Okay, the guy just went up 10 points in my book.
Soaked nuts.
Soaked nuts. Really? And this was on broadcast television?
Yes.
Wow. Wow. That's hardcore.
Soaked nuts. I do have one kind of an oddball clip since you're going to play. You want oddball stuff?
No, I want the truth and nothing but the truth.
Well, this is the truth. You were mentioning journalists a little while ago and some of the things they do to phony up
Well, not just journalists, but the media, period.
The media there. So I think once in a while somebody gets a hold of the PBS people because I think there's a lack of respect, and so they get a hold of them and they give them a bullshit story. And I'm going to play this cloning trees story. Now you have to remember, I don't want to go onto a thing, ask Adam or anything, but I don't know. But most people know, how do you propagate fruit trees? You take cuttings. This is what grapes do. You take cuttings from the trees that exist, and you stick them in the ground, and they root. And you have another tree. You don't take seeds from a peach and plant the seed and expect to get the same tree. It's just not going to happen.
Is that true? I had no idea.
Oh, okay. Well, now you know.
So whoa. Now, first of all, a peach has a pit. It doesn't have seeds.
No, inside the pit is a seed.
Yeah, but you made it sound like there was a whole bunch of seeds in a peach.
No. It's a single seed. I mean, an apricot has a pit, and it's you drop that thing.
Okay.
In the
Okay.
ground,
Well, hold on. So Johnny Appleseed.
You will get a tree.
So Johnny Appleseed, when he went out and just dropped apple seeds, that didn't grow the trees. That's not how the apple tree grows.
You can grow a tree from a seed, and I suppose Johnny Appleseed could do that, but you don't have a type of tree. You can't get the same tree from every one of those seeds. They're all different because they're breeding and God knows what. Most of them don't bear fruit. I have, for example, in my backyard, probably about 20 plum seedlings that are the result of my biting into a plum and then eating it and then chucking the seed out into the yard, and then
along with the tires and stuff in the back there.
Yeah, and the thing up on blocks, and
I can just see you go, hey, what's this? What's this in my plum?
So they don't give you any plums; they just blossom and they blossom. But anyway, so the way you propagate grapes, for example, you take a Cabernet and you take this piece, you stick another piece in the ground. That's the way it's done. It's called cloning.
Yes.
Well, apparently somebody at PBS doesn't have any clue about this, including the whole staff.
Wait, let me guess. And they thought that this was genetically modified?
I guess. I'm not sure.
Spring in Washington and the cherry blossoms have arrived. Hari Srinivasan tells us how scientists are working to keep the trees blooming.
More than 1 million visitors flock to Washington, D.C. each spring to view the cherry trees, but the stock of original trees is rapidly depleting. On Science Wednesday, learn about how the efforts are not just to replace the trees, but to clone them. All that and more is on our website, newshour.pbs.org.
Science!
Hey, so that's funny. So NPR has Science Friday, but PBS has Science Wednesday?
Yeah.
What is this?
I don't know. These people they don't know anything about, apparently know nothing about science with that report.
Science! We're going to clone the cherry trees. No one has
That's how you do it, you idiots.
We have to clone them. Oh, wow. Yeah. This would be great for our Wednesday
Science
hour. Science Wednesday, everybody. Now, here's something I've picked up. We are, of course, the word Nazis. We continuously work on ourselves to stop using certain phrases and descriptors that are overused, such as amazing, outrageous, fact of the matter. Yeah, no, even so. Remember we had so. There's a new one. You ready for this? Now, people, I know it's getting difficult, or maybe not difficult, but people hear these things, and now you're hearing it everywhere. Once we tell you about it, so if you don't want to be bothered, don't listen to this.
You have an opportunity to turn off the stream. 1, 2, 3, go.
It's so funny. This is a phrase.
Somebody wrote us about a couple of these.
Well, it's so funny is rampant. People are saying, it's so funny that. It's so funny that.
I have not heard this.
Oh, you'll hear it everywhere now. And I think we do it too. I think we do it too.
Oh no, that means that one guy who keeps dogging us is going to put together another clip of us doing it. God, I hope.
It's so funny how the elites are trying to kill us. The point is, it's not funny. It's not funny. So I've come up with the surefire remedy. Okay, you start a sentence off with "It's so funny."
It's so funny.
I think that's what you do. When someone says, "It's so funny," just laugh hysterically.
Well, say, yeah, it's so funny.
And then just say, "Yeah, you're right. It was funny."
You're going to see this. You're going to see this everywhere.
It's so fun.
I think I've mentioned many times it is so incredibly easy to do a little bit of promotion for the show on C-SPAN when they have the Washington Journal, where they have guests and you can call in. You can call in on the Democrat line, Republican line, or the Independent line. And it's a great way to just throw in, best podcast in the universe, noagendashow.com. There's a million different things you can do. A million. And I forget which, there was a congressman on the show, and he was taking calls, and this happened.
Glenn called in from Salt Lake City, Utah. Glenn, good morning.
Hi, good morning. My question is, since we're spending all this money, where are we getting the money from? And my second question is, if I can shit in your mouth.
Apologize for that, Congressman. Don't take that kind of language here on the Washington Journal. We'll move on.
Yeah, move on.
Yeah, some asshole will go do that, but no one will come on and say, No Agenda Show talked about this, blah, blah,
right.
blah.
I think that's my point.
What should it be?
I mean, that's a good one, though. Because what are you going to say?
Depends on your definition of that's a good one.
What are you going to say?
Total juvenile sense of humor.
Yeah, that made my day. But I watch a lot of C-SPAN. When something like that comes along...
Definitely is a change of pace.
I covet that.
Cause I'm a hetero, flexible man.
Yeah, somebody give me an apple teeny. Before you got the apple tea thing, I got to do one thing. I know that you don't like this. I'm trying to make it a positive.
Oh, no. I don't have a jingle for it, but let me guess. Is it Guess That Movie time again?
Yes.
All right. Do I play the clip?
Yeah, but for the thing, you got to. There's lots of clues in this one. You should be able to get it.
Well done, Dr. Mafune. Let's celebrate. Cheers. The Titanosaurus controller is ready. As financier of this vast undertaking, I must say I'm extremely happy. Good, good. I'm indebted to you for believing my theory. I cannot thank you enough. Cheers, Doctor. Thank you, thank you.
Father, a man from